For the people who cry for the dreams that fade, we speak for the hearts that justice betrayed. Radio True Media
on FM 103.9.
Radio True Media
on FM 103.9.
Now we voice, now we power. True Media go shine like tower. We no go fear, we go talk. Even if they know I make we talk. True Media Radio on FM 103.9.
Now God we dey pray, not true we dey preach. Freedom of speech, now that we dey teach.
For salon, we go stand tall. Radio True Media,
one voice for all.
We honor the land, the struggle, the fight. We shine a light in the darkest night, because we believe in hard work and faith to Sierra Leone way. We hold the line, come what may.
Them one set we more them, but we go shout. Now the poor man voice we they bring out.
Now we alright for know the truth. Now that make we go protect the truth.
Truth began, no they neglect anyone.
We are the voice, we are the flame. Truth will rise, they'll know our name. We are the truth and nothing else.
Truth they get, we know they play.
Now for salon, we declare the way. Tune in every day to
Truth me get radio.
3.9.
Truth me get radio.
3.9. Radio True Media. Radio True Media. Radio True Media.
You listen to Truth Radio 12.9 FM, live from Freetown. That's who the last.
Well, me fancy anyway for do with yourself no more. Hallelujah.
Truth Media.
Two
Media.
media.
Truth. Yes, you. Truth Media.
Media.
Join and Truth Media.
Media.
Truth Media.
Media.
Aha. Say unale we dey watch Truth Media.
Me watch you.
Unale we dey listen to Truth Media.
Now listen June.
Una listen to.
Now listen
Unale we dey
to.
listen to Truth Media.
Now listen to. So media.
No, Truth. You don't have the Truth there.
Okay, truth.
Unale we dey listen to Truth Media.
Now listen to. So media.
Truth Media.
Media. Very no bad. Now, sir, anybody, Salomon. Yeah, they live for the people them for do any business for do some. Yeah, they live in the office. They no bad. Any business for do some. Are they provide for us for make any students them. Anyway, for make or the confusion or the education, anybody for learner, anybody for prepare, any song if for the anybody.
Salon man and woman as a people. Waiting do we sweet salon for well now we are. I say salon man and woman as a people. Waiting do we sweet salon for well now we are. Waiting do we sweet salon for well. Waiting do we sweet salon for well. I say salon man and woman as a people. Waiting do we sweet salon for well now we are. I say salon man and woman as a
Fambu, good morning and welcome to the first edition of the program, The Roundup, when I weekly look at the big stories them for the week. As always, we can get a busy week in a salon. With us, President Julius Maada Bio don't take decisive measure them, as he call them, against the drug crisis that the country. We see also the opposition and the ruling party then gets a battle of words over what going to happen and what not get for happen. So today, we look at some of them stories there, including the one themselves with something you know about. And with me at the studio, I get a journalist where I will get for introduce as we go. But we're going to take a break at this point, and then when we come, we're going to introduce with guests, and then we go straight into the discussion.
Soba Kaiba Bodu don't boss! Now you go able to talk Boku for small couple and still win Boku in them. Subscribe to the Soba Kaiba Bodu now. Just dial *500# for subscribe. Choose your bundle and talk Boku for small money. Yes, this is the cheapest voice bundle in salon today. The more you subscribe, the more chance you get for win. Brown new keke them, motorbike, generator, and solar light. Dial *500# and start for win.
Mama, this internet not the green make I do me homework. It's too slow.
I no want to make you worry. Signature Connect don't come na salon. Signature Connect when a fiber internet and microwave coverage we get did na salon now. And it come from make the internet problem done tapata. Signature Connect where they na number 92 Regent Road Hill Station don't come we package them. We go sweet. You dey get 3 days free trial for both postpaid and prepaid options. Then package and Sweeto, then get 700 for small homes, 900 and then 1,250 for smaller office them and business place them. And say for corporate services them. You dey able use the internet for connect to CCTV camera, laptop and phone and other appliances them where you get na you house or you office. Not forget to Signature Connect. J for all man. Contact them na 072 568 290 or 033-233-620.
Musik besi yite tedube onjarama. Harai wafia adani en hikakadi.
The 6th National Fula Cultural Festival and Awards where they happen on the 23rd of November 2025 na Wilkins Road, Katko Hall.
Don andi non si inama NFCF ko wowikon. Hikano mera ni on surprise jano. Beiditi e ko wowikon. Timbi, Tali, Nuro e Poda.
And the ticket price will be 100 leons, 300 leons, and 1,000 leons.
Are kadi well done them wombe antin the community men on.
And the award category will be Best Social Media Influencer, Best Bakery, Best Restaurant, Best Sere Group, Best Medical Practitioner of the Year, Best Entrepreneur, and Best Full Organization.
What's on Yeji today, November 23rd, Katko Hall. Meden happy on phone, Kosali Modon Kotori.
By pullo ya gal no weli, pullo ya gal no foti, pullo ya gal no weli, na will tori komi woni pullo.
Fambu, welcome back. The program na the roundup. You weekly look at some of the biggest story them would they go beyond the headline. Today at the studio, I get a senior journalist and social commentator when I for the Moriba from the Calabash newspaper. For they say hello to Fambu them.
Good morning, and good morning to listeners, and good morning to you in the studio.
Thank you very much. Well, in the next 1 hour, for the you get for come help me discuss some of the issue there as a journalist. Somebody we don't see a lot, somebody we don't report on a lot. I trust in your analysis as well. And to the one that really listen to me on Facebook as well, you can drop your comment at the comment section because we stream this program live on Facebook and then on YouTube. You can reach out to them platform then there and drop your comment. We go read them. We want to start with the first issue today. Remember, President Bio just last month he signed the Child Rights Act, and this act now one for protect girl picking them. But most of the activists they say one side the way President Bio left behind, where like the issue of FGM, get a clear provision for sign the for mention like the act we sign, and we'll be host now one for we first issue they take now from home because charity begins at home. We'll be host the chairperson of the vice chairperson of the Human Rights Commission when Victor Lansana Esquire, and then it be tell we what in make of the act, or waiting the make of the act as a commission, and then the next thing will be say then get for go court. So now just take this video and see, and we'll go put the question to analyst at the studio.
Particular section of that new act, with a particular section of that new act, and that new section is section 21 of the Child Rights Act 2025. We entitled Protection from All Forms of Violence. Our disappointment is that we see Parliament as being a bit coy. I mean, Parliament was timid to clearly state the FGM against children is prohibited. But then if you look at the wordings of this section we are referred to, let me just get 21:1, it says, a child shall not be subjected to physical violence, including torture, other cruel, inhuman, or degrading treatment or punishment, and practices which dehumanizes or is injurious to the physical and mental welfare of a child. Tell me, what is FGM? If FGM is not this.
So indirectly, could they say it's FGM that they're talking about? You're not a lawyer. How can that be interpreted?
So that is the issue. And by the way, we are going to court to have the courts to interpret this provision, to tell for the court to tell us whether, by the wordings of this provision, if it includes also FGM. Because FGM, we all know, is a practice that she has actually better explained it. It involves the cutting of the clitoris of a woman, okay? And what is much more harmful?
So what do you want to go court for? For clear interpretation?
Yes. We are going to court to get the court to interpret this particular provision. We want to know whether this provision is not the same as saying or including FGM against children. So while we acknowledge the fact that the provision is really very strong, but then before now we wanted to see is clearly saying that this includes these harmful practices or torture or inhuman treatments includes FGM.
The Vice Chairperson of the Human Rights Commission as alone, Victor Lansana Esquire, but they tell Truth Media, say they as a commission, they plan for go courts. For let courts go interpret the Child Rights Act where President Bill just signed. For CC, waiting they say that section 21, if this one include FGM, because the section, as they explain, include the protection of girl picking them from all harm, from all violation. And then internationally, we all say FGM, they recognize them as a violation. So, for the hour for bring you in from waiting this man say, from waiting the chairperson, the vice chairperson say, then they go courts. It's we can understand if opposition they go court over something, but when one government agency, they take maybe another one on something. What does that speak?
I think it speaks a volume, owing to the fact, say, we know the Human Rights Commission as one institution we don't work for ensuring the rights of citizens are upheld and everything. And them saying they are going to court for interpretation of that particular section 21 of the newly enacted Child Act. I think say it's something we want to see, that they go to court and let the court make it very clear as to which in actually that particular section they try for portray. But I just will go through the internet and want to look at the Maputo Protocol. Maputo Protocol a particular international treaty we Sierra Leone we are signatory to. And when we are signatory to it, it means say we for actually implement whatever thing where they inside a particular treaty day. So like we don't sign a lot of treaty like the CEDAW, the Elimination of All Forms of Violence Against Women. We don't sign Maputo Protocol. We don't sign a lot of international treaty them. So when we sign them, it obliged the government of Sierra Leone when I signatory to that particular treaty for ensure say they domesticate and implement whatever thing with the inside the treaty. And if you look at specifically, I will look at section 5, article 5 of the protocol of the African Charter on Human Rights, People's Rights and Rights of Women in Africa, where states say that all parties shall prohibit and condemn all forms of FGM through legislative and other measures. It continues to say states, which include Sierra Leone, when I signatory to, are obliged to take all appropriate measures to address harmful practices, including FGM, which endangers the health and well-being of women and girls. So, from waiting the deputy chairperson, they try for say, if the law make mention of harmful practices, and if you look at the Maputo Protocol, it also make mention of harmful practices, including FGM. So the Maputo Protocol already don't include FGM. Yes, so that is the point where in the common form that if you tell about harmful practices, then you don't make it clear to we that waiting constitutes those harmful practices, then I think there is a caveat in the law. There is sometimes people will tend for interpreter A, other person will interpret and B. We don't see how the law is being interpreted in this country. When there are issues, when there are matters, they will tell you the law says this, but when it comes to interpretation, they will tell you the law says this, and this is what is interpreted of this particular thing. So it is actually good for let the courts go and actually interpret to us to say, yes, when we are talking about harmful practices, it includes FGM, and that is the point the vice chair is coming from. So if we look again into Maputo Protocol, I think when Parliament being get for look at this particular act, then go through Parliament and everything, and it was only for the president to assign a signatory. There were a lot of activists calling, say, no, President, you don't need to sign this bill. And
then the president go ahead and sign them.
Yes.
So if you look at what in the chairperson, the vice chairperson say, and I say Parliament be a bit timid. You agree with that point?
You know, when it comes to controversial issues them in this country, or controversial bills where they before Parliament, you can see say it can be, I don't know, sometimes we can just look at and say, who is supporting this? Who is supporting this? And we don't see say a lot of times when we get those critical bills before Parliament, you can see say there is a bit confusion in the world of Parliament as to how can we support this or how we cannot support this. So, but looking at all, after Parliament's been go through everything, there were a lot of calls from Parliament to say, oh, okay, Parliament, yes, there is this particular clause that we want to actually make clear in the act.
Yeah, forget a law where they ban FGM in salon. It still look they far from we. You know, one activist where we host now want to say even the one this week we host somebody FA call. We say FGM is being politicized, and so every politician they afraid for like condemn them, because if you think if you condemn her, you know, will get the vote. And so one profound statement we make, you say, I don't really forget the wordings, but like it go take long for get a law on FGM in a salon, and the calls they go up every day. People then they advocate definitely.
You see,
and we can't even go high for protection of girls, but we get a problem. We definitely go look like the elephant in the room. So you feel say Parliament, because now the Parliament, remember when they drafted the law, FGM was included, right? And then when the thing go Parliament, it not be the day anymore. So even Parliament pull a statement say they're not making a law ban FGM, something like that. So you feel like Parliament, they part of the problem, we make 10 or not get a law on FGM?
You see, when you look at FGM completely, you talk about being politicized, say it's about the vote and everything. And I know, say, a lot of people where they out there, they say, oh, this is our culture, how can we ban it completely? You know, this now something where women they don't go through, they don't learn a lot of things them, so woman, we go through this, you able go learn and everything and all. I think, say, if we say we look at them in that kind of way, we don't ever go able for ban FGM in this country. Because a lot of people, they just take and say, this is our tradition. But if there's a tradition that is actually causing harm to women and girls, then I think, say, we get to look at that tradition and do an amendment into that tradition.
Yeah.
And I've been to do a documentary with FAB, Forum Against Harmful Practices. I do for the documentary, we'll be still look at the issue of FGM.
Yeah.
And I've been getting the opportunity for going to various districts them, and I get interviewed with several stakeholders, including women themselves, including even the sorors, including chiefs them, and everything. And during that particular process, I learned a lot about FGM. I learned a lot about how we go able to ensure, say, we look at FGM. I even interviewed ministers by then. By then, it was Manti Tarawale, who was the Minister of Gender and Children's Affairs. It was Manti Tarawale. I interviewed her, and it was clear in what she was saying that, okay, we don't get problem about FGM. If people normally ban FGM, we know the banner. But the only concern was, let it be to say, below the age of 18 years, okay, it's not compulsory, okay, it's condemned.
Yeah.
But if you don't pass 18, and you get the mind for say, okay, you make a decision, say, I want to go through one, then you don't go through one.
You know that sounds reasonable. That sounds very reasonable.
Yes.
But till now we're not able to forget this law yet. What do you feel saying that the problem we make we're not able to get a law on FGM till now? Because people just think, say, like, oh, the government, in the other hand, go say, if we can't ban this thing, I'm waiting people go talk about the government. Like we say, a lot of time people they take and say it's about politics, it's about A, B, and C. But this is not about politics, okay? This is about the health of women and girls. This is about the well-being of our girls, our women out there. And like I read the Maputo Protocol, we are signatories to it. So I think, say, government again, they renege in the implementation of the Maputo Protocol, where we are a signatory to. So if you don't go sign to this, and before you sign to one, these were part of the articles that were part of the Maputo Protocol, and you knew them, okay, before signing into it, that okay, you don't sign to it for, say, with the eliminator, we don't sign to it for, say, with the ensure, say, we condemn all forms of harmful practice against women and girls, including FGM, okay? But government, they actually give a blind eye to this particular issue. Like I said, when Parliament go through, when they enact where we all love the president, a lot of civil society organizations, they may come out for call on the president, say, make him not sign the bill, make him go back to Parliament, make them go reveal a particular thing. Okay, like I said earlier, if it's not going to be banned, what will they say? May they protect the girls, may they protect the pikin them. For say, below 18 years, it's prohibited. For any pikin when they below 18 years, for go through FGM. If you think, say, you don't mature enough, you don't turn 18, you want to go into the practice, then you can go into the practice. Yeah. So which means they are not condemning the practice entirely. And also, there is this particular organization in Port Loko with Madam Ugiatu, former Minister of Child Welfare. They actually they go through. What they are doing, you go through, they still maintain the Bono society, because this is something, again, where a lot of time people, they contradict, okay? We have the Bono society. The Bono society, we know, say, that one with the woman them, that they own child, and they can go for learn a lot of things, before they go to marry host, we are the Bono society. So it is in the Bono society now, where you get the FGM included into it. So what if we don't see other nations they do that? You still go through the Bono society, where we all know say that society where women they go, but with the removal of the cutting in that particular one, I think this is something that is key. A lot of people say, hey, now we culture, now we tradition. Okay, yes, it's fine. But what we are now saying, that yes, it's your tradition, it's your culture, you can still go through the Bono society, but the aspect of the cutting of the clitoris is going to be prohibited.
And we don't get a lot of people that they do them. Like I tell you, Madam, we get to a organization in a Putloko, they know they do them. Women, they know they go through the Bono society without cutting.
Yeah.
It has been happening. Yeah. So, yes, if women want to maintain her back, then they maintain her. Picking can still go to the Bono society, everybody will go, but the aspect of cutting is going to be, it should be prohibited. So that's the end of the day, yes, we not say when you go to the Bono society, you learn a lot of things, you learn how to take care of your home, you learn how to cook, you learn how to respect elders, all of them thing and day. Those are the beauty of the society. But the only thing we are saying that because we don't see a lot of implication where this FGM when they cause to women and girls, we don't see like fistula, when I be do that particular interview, some people say I only begin to get fistula when I been go through the society. Yes. So after the society, I see say I don't can get fistula. Yeah. So could you imagine how somebody go through that and go end up get sick? You know, we almost say right now the HIV and don't they increase. You know, and doing that particular thing and the process and a lot of things get for happen. You know, we never get that kind of sterilized for say you're able to sterilize all of the equipment them or for so all of those things. So it can even transmit HIV. You know, all of those things are things that really happen on that particular side. Yeah. So what we are saying, let's maintain the Bono society. That is the tradition of our women and girls, but let's remove the cutting aspect of our particular Bono society. I think that is the only thing we expect it should be prohibited. For FGM, if you are above 18, you think say you have to do one, you are free to do it. But so let's protect our girls.
Not a solo add consent on this one.
Yes.
And for the like I say, it looks like it's FGM. For now, we get a law on FGM. It looks still far from we. What do you feel say it will take follow reach that point?
Well, I think say we get for defined we mindset. We get for actually look at say. You know, a lot of times people still, they say, like I say, it's our tradition, it's our tradition. If it is a tradition or it is an old practice that people has been doing, and now we don't realize, say, that particular practice has some negative implications for women and girls, then we should not continue with that tradition. Any tradition that endangers the life of people is not a tradition. That tradition should be looked into. So like I said, let's look into the practice. If, yes, the Bono Society, like I said, is not bad, it's good. This is a place where women go to learn a lot of things. But please, let's try to see how do we prohibit the aspect of cutting in that particular thing. So for us to actually handle FGM or put a stop to it, the political will must be there. Yeah. We must get the political will.
And you think say the political will did it?
For now, I think say the political will in a wave. Yes, in a wave, because like what you say.
You also agree say the issue of FGM has been politicized?
Well, I think say now we see now they happen, because when we see politicians them don't take interest into the thing now. Like when we say when the bill be in the parliament, you see a lot of members of parliament, you see the stance that they take, you know, and everything. But I think say this is something that we need to look into. Okay, we understand it's an old way of practice where women and all they do, but again, if we don't realize now, say, with true modernization, the world when they modernize, or if you talk back and we tell you, say, see, that the Western world they work out to we. But
it's always the argument.
Yeah, it's always the argument. You know, the Western world they work out to we. It's not about the Western world. It's about, we don't see the kind of things that we don't happen. You know, today, when they happen, if even woman go through that, you go get fistula, people don't even know say our fistula will get to them. We don't say all that thing. But now the world don't improved. So because if you go down hospital, it's like, hey, our fistula don't get to, you get this thing because of A, B, and C. So you don't know now say, now this is the thing. Today, people don't talk so much about HIV. People don't know about HIV, but come on. We get that don't cancel. So as the world modernize, we see a lot of things that happen. We also need to look into those things, them way those old practice them. How can we look into them? Not condemn them totally, like I said, but let's try to remove some aspect of it where we think say harmful to the well-being and the health of women and girls in this country.
Okay. So now look at the next issue for the. We're in the middle of a drug crisis right now, and then unfortunately, sadly, we see people them in the streets and they die, and nobody knocking there for pick most of them. The city council they come and pick some of them body then they, And then Mayor Ivan Akisha, in one of the interviews with AYV and with Truth Media, he said we don't pick 220 body there. And then following that, the Ministry of Local Government be asked him for provide evidence of that one day. And then be testing, say if evidence not come out, appropriate actions will be taken, something like that. After that one day, you see the mayor pull the evidence as the request, and then after I pull the evidence, the mayor say, no, go pick body anymore. But again, another thing happened here at Wilberforce. People then go dump body na the mortuary and then go. When there was something with the people then go for go bail, and then they're not allowed them for bail. I think they say because investigation be they go on that day and something like that. So at the end of the day, the city council come back and can pick that body, they bear them, and then subsequently the mayor be announced say, would they go ahead now, would they continue back, we go start for pick the body them back. So when the Minister of Health, Dr. Austin, then become na Truth Media, we colleague we ask him, if the ministry gets a role, because there was back and forth, so people were saying a lot of things. We ask, and then the minister make this statement, say yes, the ministry gets a role for play, and then the recount some of the thing there, and then the minister make a very, very honest statement, where like the Minister of Health, Dr. Slemina, be like the man of the week. If you follow social media, the man was being praised all over. But Lord, just take that statement there, and before we come to the analysis.
Well, Doc, finally, there is this argument about Ura for pick body na ticket.
Yes.
The ministry gets any role for play in that?
Yes.
Especially in Africa?
The ministry get role for play. The ministry main responsibility now, if somebody die in a hospital, now we role and responsibility for manage and for bury them with dignity and respect. For the destitute people, you know, we get a meeting at Parliament a few years ago, maybe a year ago. So how for best get an SOP on how for do this? You know, the city get responsibility for pick up destitute and the dead. Connaught Hospital, what you mean? One guy been there, Sine. I don't know if you know Sine.
Yeah, Sine. I know.
Sine are one of the most dedicated people that we see where they work in a mortuary space. Sinebin decided, say, you know, they wait for nobody, they wait for no law. Anybody will die within our street, we go collect them. We go collect the body them, and we bring kind of Connaught. And the refrigeration, they go on and off. But this not destitute body them, but we can keep on there for a while. But they begin smelling, they upset the neighborhood. So by 30 days, they get out all of the one that way nobody can claim and go bury them, you know. They do that on a regular basis. Sometimes they lend money people and they big, then they contribute. They do this work seamlessly. You know, the social media business, people like say, Sine they go sell body parts. Yeah? Then they go buy some the body them, one pan the body in and stick up so. But now rigor mortis, you know, rigor mortis, if you die, you and this so you day. Yeah? So then bury the hand and say, oh no, then people are not die safe. Then they go bury them alive. So then put warrant of arrest for Sine. Not to come on hide Sine, they hide, they run away from this.
Parliament invite them all.
Parliament invite them all, them want for go arrest and they what? No, this is man, Sine help, they help. So after all that, they say, okay, well, me I not did it again. Because the big problem for them now, you know, Ministry of Health not they touch anybody or anything. If not to hospital, then die. Because what happens, sometimes in a criminal, sometimes in a police business. So the coroner's office get for can look, see, say this now cause of death because of this one, hospital now can take her now. So now something where the city council, the IG's office, the Ministry of Health, we all need for sit on one side. They don't get SOPs, standard operating procedures, we then put out on how to carry this out. There is no value in finger pointing. There's no value in pointing at anybody. Lord, look for solutions Again, this is a sad situation in the country. And I think we can find a solution where everybody they do their part for ensure, say, first, this not happen. But if it happen, it will be for management with dignity and respect.
Sad situation. You know, I don't know if the minister's statement touched you.
You see, Austin, they be for me, one of the ministers, them we very committed into what they do. And you listen to them, you see, they talk with passion.
Yeah.
It actually bring out the issues them regardless of what is happening.
Yeah.
You know, and one thing we know they go before now this country now the aspect of keep blaming. He blame this because of this, he blame this because of this. You see, it can be very sad for late at the even 7 years of this current government still blaming the opposition about the things that we know they happen. You know, it's sad. It's sad. It's really sad. It's really sad. So, the aspect of politics, in every aspect, it's bad. We see within council we don't do for ensure say they take then the body there and go back there. And the mayor began for write a letter. This letter we write, he write down to the Minister of Local Government say, Mr. Minister, this issue here that you will go for Engedo and see how we take actions towards this thing. How can we be able to address this particular thing? Because we have people that are done in this country right now. It's alarming, you know. And what the minister did, for make him try for support the cause and say, okay, this thing, a collective effort in it, let me put hands together and let we help for fight this thing. He was asking for evidences.
Yes, so
give us evidence.
So you feel that move by the minister not to be the right move? for ask for evidence, because you see the article by Peter Beckley, we published the op-ed. They say for ask for evidence, no, not to denial, na due diligence.
There was nothing like due diligence from that particular side. Okay. What the minister did was actually for deny. You even see, including members of governments, Mike Brewer and the others, they even go on social media and say that lie, that fake, the figures are not correct and everything. Yeah, instead of actually finding collective ways for handling the issue, what they do na politics. Yeah. It's like, what they are trying to do, they are trying to paint a picture, say, the mayor is painting a bad picture of the government. When it comes to the fight against Kush. But that was not the intention. The intention was, this thing is alarming. Let's find a way, how can we be able to ensure, say, we solve this particular thing. So what they did was like, oh no, she's painting a bad picture of our government, say, we government will do nothing on this particular fight against Kush in the country. So that is why you see government officials, okay, high government officials sometimes just look at them and say, these people not even fit for occupy those positions. Because if things like this they happen, and you cannot come and say, let's join hands together and handle this particular thing. What you are doing is coming on social media. They actually make flimsy statements like say, no, this is fake, those data are fake, also I pull the data, also I pull data. All this doesn't make sense. And that is why we not able to handle this particular thing, even this fight against Kush and everything. You know, and I tell you, because the issue don't alarm me correctly, you are seeing everybody is coming, government is coming. So we are setting up a special fund for Kush, for the fight against Kush. We are going to set up all of those things. All these things, maybe I can talk and say, some of those things are just for the icing of men. All right, well, we'll see about the implementation of those things.
We'll see about that for the, whether it's about the icing of men. So you actually, they sound pessimistic. Now, you know, the president don't call down the decisive actions. But I really want to come back to the issue of Austin Demby. I don't want to go away from him. When Austin Demby post this say this thing on social media, and then when we say this thing at this studio and we publish them on social media, a lot of people then praise this minister for his honesty. And then another person come, Joel Abdullahi, you know, Joel. He posts, say, you get good news, you get bad news. The good news now that we get like Mandel, like Dr. Austin Demby now space. And then the bad news is that if we society in a side way with the clap for government officials because we talk to, then we really don't reach low. So my question for you for the you know, is it like is Dr. Dembi one of a kind in terms of public leaders, in terms of the elders of public office in a salon, or is it that you agree with what Joel say, like we don't reach a law to the extent that we don't miss honesty and for take ownership in the public service to the extent that we celebrate them?
You know,
we don't reach that low.
I'm not going to say we don't reach that low. The reason why this thing happen is because we get few people like Austin Dembi where they actually say, regardless of what is happening, regardless of this is my government, we should say the truth. Mm-hmm. You know, and that is the point where we can type or look, you know, when I listen to Dr. Dembi, where they talk, another person where actually really come my mind, the former minister of, Deputy Minister of Information, Solomon Jamiru. Mm. You know, yes, those are the kind of people that we actually look at. You know, honesty in whatever thing you do, it's key. Mm-hmm. And that is what the minister has done. Mm-hmm. The minister don't come out for say, yes, we get a all over play with ministry. Mm-hmm. But again, in this we work here, we also get game. A, B, and C. Mm-hmm. And not to blame game. Mm-hmm. You don't need to blame this person because of this particular thing. Mm-hmm. When there is an issue, so when something happens, Ibrahim, I know I can't begin to blame Ibrahim. What am I doing now for address that particular thing? That should be the concern. Yeah. It's about taking responsibility. Mm-hmm. That was the aspect where we expect government for do that. What are we going to do? Let's take responsibility now. Regardless of what is happening, regardless of everything, let's take responsibility. We are the government. Then we ensure so we take responsibility for this particular issue, rather than casting blame. And also blame game issue this. He also made mention about somebody very crucial, Sine. Sine has been very, very crucial. From Ebola to COVID to everything, he has been there. But again, that every institution now in this country, people they take politics and go to inside it. Anything a person they do, they try for put and say that politics and everything. Yeah. Sine was very committed, and he's very committed in his work. Yeah. I
hope he's rewarded for his work.
So you know, me sometimes I talk and say the COVID they give awards them to Sierra Leoneans. Is it how do you call that award the president can give? Order of the Gokel. Mm-hmm. For me, Sine deserves an order of the Gokel at this country. Right. He has done fantastic work when it comes, you know, even from Ebola. Could you imagine? Everybody be afraid. COVID, people are afraid. But he and team, they go take people there when they die of Ebola and COVID and go bury them. Yeah. He speaks for you.
Yeah, and you then people and they like you said then deserve for be honored.
Definitely.
Yeah, I want to talk about the next issue with the you see the civil society then pulled statement recently, then they condemn the use of the language between the government and then the opposition. Well, let's just take this video from Liberty Online TV where. The interview Minkailu and then from the APC, and then if they make a bold statement, Lord, just take the video quickly.
For allow the SLPP forget a field day. If they attempt what they do in 2023, would they make this country ungovernable for the SLPP? If SLPP attempt to rig the elections, whatever you may describe it. Okay. If the SLPP attempts to rig the elections, like what they do so, we cannot tolerate them. We need to know that
very strong statement coming from an opposition member, because we don't hear a statement from you comrade where say 2028 go determine if whether war will come back in a salon. Just now you say over on a dead body for let SLPP continue. Now you say una they make the country ungovernable. These are strong words from an opposition member.
Khadija, let me restate my statement. In fact, let me also make it abundantly clear for the consumption of the listening public. If SLPP attempt to rig this election again, we not go tolerate them, we go make this country ungovernable. I have stated it.
You take responsibility for the utterances so you make here this morning?
Now, let me repeat. Not to you make the statement, I mean maker.
You take responsibility
I take full responsibility, not to Liberty maker, I mean Kailu Kuroma maker. I take full responsibility. One thing will not go take anymore. The election where they rig in 2023 and get away with them, they don't count, they say they get an army, they get the military, they get the president at the side. If they attempt to rig another elections, the APC not go accept the results as long as it's not credible. We go make this country ungovernable. And they repeat that. Then now the press release, waiting our key concerns, will state clearly. When you take a look at the press release, you go to say key concerns. It undermines the neutrality and constitutional mandate of the security services. That is one of the major concerns. But in statements we make, it undermine the neutrality and constitutional mandate of the security services. We know that it erodes public confidence in the integrity of elections and democratic governance. All anything in the APC don't state, and at that I want to let the listening public take note of. We say it signals a worrying mindset that could invite the misuse of state power against legitimate political competition. Then and then I don't state no press statement. APC not they just right. Oh, right now something makes sense, and oh, right now something the nation for take very seriously. We're not just the right. We come back, we say we call. The APC therefore call for one, an immediate and unambiguous public reassurance from His Excellency the President as the constitutional guardian of the nation that all state institutions, especially the security services, will remain neutral and will never be used.
All right, well, that's the statement. Also, for the be host Honorable AKK na Radio Democracy, and it therefore provide clarification to that statement. No, just listen to written Honorable AKK in FBC.
As peace experts, when you listen to me, Kyle, you say, if the conditional clause of if is saying to the president and the government and institutions within the democratic tenet, when we're supposed to build the election momentum for be fair and clean, fair and transparent. If they are not done, it's not saying the APC is going to take arms. What we are calling for at a time like this, what I said at Liberty, now I can tell you at Liberty for play what I say.
Well, that's the clarification. What's the first come now in mind when they say ungovernable? What's in the come now in mind for the?
You know, it's a lot of problem with interpretation. So a lot of people they interpret everything we on Monday we had interpret some things. You know, but
and we leader then self can left we say una interpreter or una interpreter.
So, but again, if we look at generally this back and forth between the APC and the SLPP, a lot of times we see politicians them can just sit down and they talk. They make statements. We do not even know the implication of their statements here when they make. This thing we all know say Salon not today we begin get those political inciting statements them from politicians them. Because of this, we all know say after the June 23 election, a lot of controversies been there. People say this election not credible. Opposition say no, not transparent.
And we still live
international observers say
we still live at the tripartite.
International observers they say, well, we question the transparency of this particular election. We as APC say, well, we don't participate to everything. So we get the unity agreement. I start on this because the unity agreement now one party agreement away we think say go bring come to close all of the issues them where we go through currently. One of the resolution them, there are 8 resolutions in National Unity Agreement. One of them say that they for condemn both parties, APC and government, for condemn all forms of incitement from both parties, from the government and from the APC. And that he continue to say that government for take action against whosoever where they make inciting statements or whatsoever on social media or whatever platform. But we don't see say after the signing of that particular agreement, we don't implement, yes, quite a number of sovereignty and then we don't implement them, like the formation of the tripartite committee, like the president speak to the people, like the government and the APC, the non-participation, the make and everything. But this particular clause in that particular agreement is still a challenge. that we don't see politicians them in this country, don't they make inciting statements them, and they're scot-free. We see outside Kadiu Kaikai make a whole big statement about war. We start a masheka, you don't need Boku money and everything. He was suspended from the party. From there, they reinstated him back, and today he's working freely. We don't see, quite recently, we take out all these things. We see Batino Songa, the newly elected chairman of the SLPP, was addressing members of a party and make some statements about the army, the security sector, were very crucial in towards whatever thing we do in this country. Again, I can say, a problem in this country is our institutions. We problem that we're not able to forget we institutions them when they work independently. All of our institutions, most, they are politicized. And when that happen, it has a negative implication to we as a nation. All of these statements are going to make from Batino Songa, Minkailu, AKK, and everything. For me, I see them as unnecessary. Okay. They just want to make those statements for actually try to put this country in chaos. And these are men of authority. These people have followers behind them, like the chairman, like Minkailu. So if then they go out and make those statements, then for me, it's something where we need to look into.
So I just see a newspaper, Africa 24. I wish we were able to pull them out. They say this is the early warning sign. Now so them put 2028 early warning sign. Is it something like that, or we can look at the clarification we the Honorable AKK make just now. He say we not say with the APC not say then they take arms. And he put them to Alpha column. He said this is conditional, not so. So it can mean two things actually. Either it's an early warning sign, or on the other hand, it call for like the issues will happen 2023. For them will not reach to the side and they again, right?
Well, the issue happened 2023. For them not reach to that side again. The thing where they make will not go there again, for me, I've been seeing say that the implementation of the tripartite recommendations. Those recommendations are good when it comes to black and white. They are good if we implement them. We will get an election come 2028, we will get most of them kind of problem the way we get in 2023. Yeah. But again, I can say this. For let you get beautiful recommendations is not a thing. For you implement those recommendations, that is the most important thing. Yes. So if we are able to implement those recommendations, then we are able to address some of the challenges that we encounter in the 2023 election. And again, going to 2028, we politicians them, they try to paint a picture, say it will be an election of do or die. Elections are not do or die. Election are for we select somebody, where they elect somebody, where they actually lead this country. But the problem is, we politicians them, looking at the SLPP, it's sad for let us see politicians that they go snap in a public place, they say, we know they left, we know they hand over power 2028. We they work by all means for let we begin, for let we regain power again. For let me regain power.
Well, yesterday, the first lady doing the launch of this second year report of the feed salon, the first lady say, let APC go fenting do, because like we they make this country, and another for left this country, let APC come point them again. You follow the program?
Yes, you see, some of their statements and they the statement the way we know what they do. No,
means say like the statement was wrong. Was it? It can be say how was President Bill elected? How did President Bill assume? How did SLPP come to power?
You see,
to the people's mandate.
Yes.
And then we don't get a re-election amidst all the controversy in 2023. And then after President Build, there will be a successor. It could be from APC, it could be from the SLPP, or it could be say with the change regime in 2028. But like the statement, not really about we are going to do the wrong means, but it's about consolidating the games. I think that's the context the First Lady said. Like we are going to make sure really, I don't want for be an interpreter, but like the First Lady use words like we would not allow them. It's politics. Yeah, it's politics. No, but not going to allow let say we are going to lose elections. Anybody go say that statement there?
Ibrahim, this is a public forum. The way, the sense where you get for interpret that statement, not to the sense that same man within that village gets for interpret that statement. The way how we interpret some things, not to so me they interpret, not to the other person they interpret some things. When you go to public forums, you get to know what you say. If your government is working, and you sure say your government is working for the people of this country, you don't need for make any statement. Wait 2028, you go to the ballot box and prove it there.
But our politics, you got forgot to say.
No, it's not. Politics is not what. Sometimes when you follow up with politicians, then sometimes those statements are just a necessary statement for just create some kind of make no more. Forget about the opposition. Focus on what you are doing. It's about what you are doing that will make people to vote for you come 2028. It's not about any platform where you go pass the call APC day, APC day, and never do so, APC day, never do. It doesn't make sense to me. It's about working. The thing what you do right now is not a favor you are doing to the people of this country. It's not a favor you are doing to them. They voted you for you to work for them. It's not a favor. So no go begin anytime you go, you make, no, we don't do this, we don't do this. It's not a favor. It is your responsibility to work for the people of this country. So the government, sometimes government they just think say what we are doing is a privilege for them. No, it's your responsibility. They voted you for them to work for them. So when you go to those platforms, second a report of the feed salon, okay, you go make up. Okay, if you know to the work, focus on what you go to pay. But when you now look what happen now. Because of voting back, all of this what happen so right now when Minkailu go talk Canada, AKK go talk Canada, was as a result of voting Minkailu. Batino Songa. Waiting he go talk. That was no result to all of those inciting statements that come from the opposition. So if he as a chairman of that party, maybe go to that public forum day and go say that kind of thing day, we're not going to get all that kind of statements that come out from the opposition. You know, and it clear sometimes.
So in your opinion, now they say the politician there at this particular point, therefore really be careful of voting, then they say because the word's powerful, the words could trigger anything.
They have followers.
Yeah.
Their words are powerful.
Yeah.
When you go to public forum, when you go to television programs, know what you they talk. You have followers.
Yeah, and this cuts across people in government, people in opposition.
It's for all. Opposition, governments, everybody. When you then are public, know what you they say. Some of the things that you think say if I say this, it go count some kind kuskas, or it go count some kind make, it go count left arm. You focus on what you they do. Okay? As an opposition, if you want to come back to power, not the way they attack government, they make you kind of power. No. When you want to come back to power, go to the drawing board, sit down, and do what is right. Even for convince the people, say, hey, we get all what it takes now for let me kind of power and can transform this particular country. When we come, we go implement A, B, and C policies. When we come, we go do A, B, and C. And the only way open for students here, they don't want to vote in as our next government. You convince them, not by with anything, convince them with what you get for them. As a government, your deeds should speak for you. It's not about For clarify, it's about it's not about you just coming. You know. And we are listening to the members of the APC, Minkailu, AKK, and the likes. And AKK was actually trying to defend. They say it was and if a conditional if yes, so if, which means if the SLPP conduct election free, fair, transparent, then it's okay.
So now they ask if AKK then they try for like the APC they try for like it's much about it's less about violence as much as it is about like avoiding the repeat of the controversies of 2023.
So how we go able for repeat for make and not repeat again? Not a way we they make those flimsy statements. Not a way they make those inciting statements. It's about
engaging
on waiting we don't they make the implementation of the recommendation of the tripartite committee. And I expect that for the city opposition and government for the work triangle one for ensure that we implement all of those things. And there is a lot to do in that particular tripartite recommendations. We get some of those recommendations we get for do with referendum.
Yeah.
Are we discussing them?
Yeah.
We get one we get for do with parliament.
And
are we discussing them?
You just remind me of this. Parliament is supposed to meet on the tripartite and then council this week. The Attorney General be supposed to go to some of them in na parliament, but the meeting was cancelled.
So this is what I'm saying now. We focus, government focus, opposition focus for be on these things.
And by cancelling that meeting, I don't know, Parliament no provide the reason why it was cancelled. But by way out and cancel, is that what does that bode for the tripartite agreement?
I don't want to conclude on why they cancel because Parliament gets a lot of things for do.
Yeah, but what about the delay in something very crucial?
That is what I was saying, that at this point in time, what should be our focus now is how government and the opposition for work together for implement those recommendations. Like I made mention, some get for do with referendum, and referendum also until we just wake up one morning. Some get for do with some are constitutional amendments, and where they amend constitution, also something we go just wake up one morning and say they can't amend this particular side of the constitution. Some get for do with the amendment of the Election Act, you know. So not to something no more they wake today say, hey, they can't pull this, they can't put another thing. These things has to do with time. Then gets for do with a lot of consultation, a lot of engagement, and all for the way ensure say we will for do them. So what should be the thing now? That government, opposition should focus on the bigger picture. The bigger picture for the way we implement all of the recommendations then. Come 2028, we get election with free, fair, and transparent. Not to follow when they make inciting statements. Government, let your deeds speak for you. If you know say you do work, you know say then you do work for the people of this country. Come 2028, they will vote you in back as they will vote you in back.
Yeah, give another term.
Yes, another term.
Continue the good work.
If you not say you know the work, come 2028, I like you want for use any kind of force.
The people go speak.
The people go speak. So you see, so it's not about then you come and they give those kind of statements then, you know, and we get, like I say, those statements where they give, sometimes you look at no more, but in this country we also say, you see people them, so German there, when they in their uniform, they dance.
for politicians.
They dance for politicians in this country. People in their uniform, they dance. Iron brush, with a brush, make all of those things. It don't happen in this country. Members of the police force, everybody, you they see them. And that is the problem now. That we institutions them, we don't get one again, we're independent. All man don't go put in our politics. And the only way we get able to make this particular country that when we get to institutions them, they're independent. But again, the call has been, how do we reduce the powers of the president? For me, I think I say, the president has more power. If the president is power too much, let me reduce presidency in power. And one of the key power there, when me, they talk, if they for reduce, then they reduce the power of appointments. Presidents to get people with appoint too much. Let's find a way, how do we do some of those appointments? Especially institutions then, were very crucial towards the democracy of this particular country. Institutions like the judiciary, chief justice, they will find a way how we will get an independent body where they appoint a chief justice for this country.
Right.
The head of the Sierra Police, the IG, the CDS, the ECSL, the boss of ECSL. You know, those institutions, ACC, then we get an independent body where they appoint the heads of those institutions. And not only that, those institutions go able for operate independently. Yeah. But as long as the appointments of those heads are tied to the presidency, then we go always they get issues with those institutions when it comes to their function, their independence, their credibility, their transparency in their work.
Yeah, thank you very much for you. We appreciate you so much. You know, you don't do this for long and you don't get used to them, and they do them very, very well. Thank you very much, but time don't catch we. One for tell thank you to the executive producer for this program, Amadou Lamranaba. The team we put this program here together, Samuel Inganoman, Saidu Kago, Abraham Muski Sawane, and Sumana Sise, Wosiem Kamara, and the entire team that's with me there. One for tell Una thank you for Una day with we. And this program will come back the next Saturday from 10 to 11. Now, Truth Media, Truth FM 103.9, and we'll go to stream on Facebook and YouTube. We don't present the program to you today. Mina Ibrahim Asai. The guest will begin for the Moriba Conte, one per journalist, fine journalist and social commentator there. So we'll meet next time. Have a lovely weekend.
Alone for well.